time this video is coming out, it's the time of year when people are using candles for the holidays. So I thought it'd be a fun idea to do a glowing candle that you could do in any shape, any form. I'm just gonna do a standard rectangular candle. So I'm gonna start with any lips at the top, and I'm doing this in a darker color of the candle I'm gonna make. So I'm making a blue candle, so I'm using like a dark grayish blue outline. The brush I'm using is under calligraphy, and it's the script brush. So I'm just gonna straight down, hold, so Procreate straightens out that line. Hold, curve the bottom, and hold it so Procreate straightens that out. And I'm gonna use the same color. I'm gonna darken the left side of the candle. Then I'm gonna get a lighter color, add some of that in, and put that on the right edge also. And I'm not being too neat because I'm gonna blend this with the blend tool in a minute. So I'm gonna take the lightest color I wanna use, fill in the remainder of that. I'm also gonna use that color on the top here. Take the blend tool, and on the blend tool I use the Tamar brush under painting. I'm just gonna blend the edges where the colors meet together. Now your candle could be green, it could be orange, whatever color you want, any shape. I'm gonna blend that little edge that I drew earlier into the candle. And just soften up all these colors. I'm gonna get the darker color again and just put that edge, a thin edge right into there to make it a hard edge. Also clean it up in the back. Okay, so there's my candle base. I'm going to just get a really dark color for the wick. I'm just gonna put a wick in there. And then I'm gonna make a new layer. This is where the flame is gonna be. And I'm gonna, at this point, turn animation on. So I'm gonna go to the actions menu, go to canvas, turn on animation assist. And on the bottom, I'm going to tap the frame with the candle base and turn on background. That went away real quick, so I made it a background. So that way the candle base shows up in every single frame and I don't have to redraw it. So I'm gonna go to my first frame. I'm going to make, too dark. I'm gonna make the candle flame itself. And I'll put a couple shades of orange and yellow into the flame just to make it more interesting. Now there's a bunch of ways you can do this to get the glow going, but I'm going to duplicate the flame layer which on the bottom will make another frame, but that's okay because we're gonna merge them together. So we're not gonna worry about that right now. I'm going to go to the layer underneath, go to Gaussian blur under the magic wand, and I'm going to blur that so it puts a glow look that will be around the flame itself. So now I'm going to combine those two layers by squishing them together. And I'm going to turn the background off. So I'm going to uncheck the background color so you can see that glow there. It's very subtle. And I'm going to make one more layer again. And I'm going to get like the yellow, and I'm going to make it kind of transparent. So opacity about 50 to 60%. And under the flame, I'm going to put a line, and I'm going to blur that. And merge those layers together again. So it looks like the flame is kind of glowing on the bottom of the candle. So now that's one of my frames. I'm going to add a new frame. And as you can see, I can still see the candle there because under settings, there's something called onion skin, which lets you see your previous frame. I'm going to drop that down though, so it's about 2 of the previous drawings, not 12. I'm going to draw the frame again and move it this time, like it's flickering. I'm not going to worry about matching up the colors exactly because it's a candle and the colors kind of will just keep moving around and changing. And just like before, I'm going to duplicate it. And on this frame, I'm actually going to put the glow on this frame so it saves a step and it'll blur at the same time as the glow around the candle. And I want that glow to be a little bigger, so I'm going to outline the flame so there's a little thickness there. Now when I do the blur, it'll be a little bit more of a blur. I'm going to merge those frames together. So now it's got like a bigger glow. And I can hit play. It's really fast. So I'm going to go into settings, drop the frames per second down maybe to 3. And I'm going to hit play. And the candle's already moving. I can see I need like maybe another frame in between. So you can do as many movements of the flame as you want. I'm going to speed this up, add some frames in, and see you on the other side. Okay, so now I have 4 frames in my candle moving. If I hit play, that's what it looks like. But I want it to kind of go back and forth so that last frame kind of chops back from the right to the left. So what I'm going to do is I could go in and draw in some more frames, or I'm just going to go in reverse order. I'm going to duplicate that frame, drag it to the end. And I'm going to go to the second frame, do the same thing, duplicate, and drag it to the end. So now when it plays, the candle kind of goes back and forth smoothly, almost like it's dancing. And then to finish it off, I want to put a colored background. So I'm going to go to my layers, background color. I'm going to check that. And I'm going to make it like a dark color so the candle really glows. So maybe a dark blue. I'm going to hit play. And there's my candle glowing and the flame moving. Export it if you want to send it to somebody. Go to the wrench or the actions menu, go to share. Down below, there's all these animated formats you can save it as, export it to your photo library or a message or an email and send it to somebody if you want to. The more flame frames you put in, the smoother the candle will move. That's up to you how many frames you want to put in, how many movements you want to do. This is just a quick get you started tutorial and you can go from here. Thanks for liking, subscribing, ringing that bell. I have a whole set of Procreate tutorials. Hope you check them out, and I'll see you next time.